Hi everyone, welcome to the Q&A. I hope you had a lovely bank holiday and enjoyed, well, the record-breaking bank holiday. I hope you enjoyed the weather. My goodness me, it was warm, wasn't it? What a treat to see the beautiful sunshine on the bank holiday weekend. Now, before we start the Q&A today, I want to let you know something very exciting, and that is our 21-day summer Yes challenge is starting on Monday. So this is if you feel like you just want to go into the summer feeling fitter, feeling stronger, more confident, and actually empowered. Really, really good in your health, in your fitness, and in you as well. That is going to be starting on Monday. So you need to get yourself signed up. It's also open to outside the squad as well. So it's going to be our June challenge that we are opening up. So if you have any friends who would benefit from doing this, do them a favor and just let them know about it. And it could actually be something really nice you do together, and you can hold each other accountable as well. I've created an entire new platform for this team. I've been busy. I've been so busy. So all your 6:30 a.m. workouts are going to be related to the challenge. So they're going to look slightly different. But they'll still be 20 minutes, still be at the normal time, still be able to catch up at the normal time. There's going to be a bit of nutrition as well, so guides and a few recipes I'm sharing. And the third thing is there's going to be just a little community running on that platform. It's almost like a forum. So there'll be a prompt of the day, and then everyone can keep each other accountable, chat, share different ideas, maybe even share new recipes in that area, that space. So it's all just related to the challenge. The challenge is optional. You don't have to do it, team. But if you're in a place where actually you feel like, oh, do you know what I could do with something like that just to kickstart me into summer, then I would definitely recommend doing it. Or actually, if you've been out of routine for a while and you're thinking like, oh, I don't know what it is, I just feel like I'm in a bit of a funk right now, my motivation just isn't there right now, and I don't know why, then get yourself on this, because it's the best way to draw a line and get back into routine as well. I want to feel beach body ready and more confident this summer. Where do I start and what do I need to focus on? Hey, firstly, I just want to say, if you have a body and you have a bikini, you already have a beach body, bikini body, okay? I think here what's the most important thing and underlying all of this is, how do we feel more confident going into the summer? And a lot of people associate this, like feeling good and feeling confident, by having a quote unquote bikini body or beach body. And actually, confidence and how good we feel in ourselves, it's an internal thing. And that can happen no matter our size. But I completely understand how we'd want to go into summer feeling like we're a bit more toned and feeling like we're in shape, right? And that also really does help. You know, when we're working on ourselves, it really does help to build our confidence. And everyone wants to get into a place where they're healthy, right? So how do we do that? And what we do right now? Because right now it's May and we are going into the summer. So what can we do to feel our best and as healthy and toned and strong and radiant and energetic as we possibly can? What can we do right now? Now, firstly, I just want to again caveat this by saying, you know, when you do like go to a beach, for example, or you're on holiday, no one is actually taking any notice. They're all too busy thinking about themselves. So I just want to remind everyone, you know, sometimes we're like so conscious, and everyone's conscious about something on their body, right? Everyone is, to an extent. And we always think, oh gosh, what if people think this, or what does this look like, or I can't wear that. Actually, no one else cares. So I just want to put that out there. Everyone's way too busy thinking about themselves. Now, these are the things that I would do, and that I would do: one, to feel more confident, and two, to do if you are on a fat loss journey, or you maybe want to lose a few pounds before summer, just to help build your confidence, to help you feel better. If that's what you feel, that would do as well. Now, first things first, to get the toned look, you know, that healthy, lean look. And so we've got the shape in our body, strength training, using weights, things like stronger upper body strength, lower body strength, your booty band sessions as well, 2 to 3 times per week. 2 to 3 times per week strength training. That's your number one. And then in order to help those muscles recover and maintain them and get that lean look and shape, we need to make sure we're eating adequate protein. So that's number two. And also, protein will keep you feeling fuller for longer, more satiated. So it's for muscle recovery and also to help us stay fuller for longer. So make sure you've got protein you're basing all your meals around a protein source. Have you got protein in each meal? That is foundational. If you haven't, do that. So those are two things to start off with. Number three, drinking enough water. Easy, but have you got a water bottle that you carry around with you everywhere, or are you just trying to wing it? Number four, getting enough sleep. And I know that's a really difficult one. And I can say that myself, having a baby, control the controllables on that one. Just where you can, protect your sleep hygiene. Rather than watching an extra episode on Netflix, can you just actually turn the TV off? Can you do something that's going to help you go to bed? Can we not answer emails and messages after a certain hour in the day to help us wind down and our brain switch off? What can you do to help yourself sleep better and maybe even just go to sleep a few minutes earlier than normal? Like 15 minutes. It can make a difference at the start. It really can. Walking. Don't underestimate walking, but this isn't to do on its own. This is to do as well. Get enough steps in. And it's so good just for so many things. It's so good for our mental well-being as well, to be walking, to keep the body moving, to keep the body mobilized. It's great for our digestion. It reduces bloating. Walking. Keep walking, everyone. And finally, what I would say is well, firstly, I would just focus on eating well and nourishing my body and not trying to punish myself in any way, not trying to undernourish myself in any way. I think a lot of people think, oh my gosh, I've got 6 weeks to my holiday. I need to go on a shake diet. I need to do that fasting thing. I need to do this to try and drop the weight, and then I'll go into the holiday feeling amazing. And then what actually happens is they try it, they stick to it for a couple of weeks, and they can't stick to it because it's completely unsustainable. They're completely miserable. They're totally burnt out. They have zero energy, and they're starting from a place of depletion, which is not what we want at all. That's the opposite of everything that we're trying to gain, everything we're trying to get. So I would be nourishing myself, giving my body what it needs, remembering that my body isn't a bin, and what I put into my body will help fuel my body in the best way and will keep me energized. I'll want to work out. I'll want to walk. I'll want to eat well. I want to do all these things because it feels so good. So just remember that. I got a bit passionate about that one then, didn't I? I'm clenching my fists and everything. That's so good. Another thing I would do is eat well, obviously. And if you're on a weight loss journey, if you're wanting to lose body fat before then, I would reduce portion sizes. So not necessarily cut anything out. I don't think that's helpful. I don't think that's useful in my opinion. I don't feel like that's a balanced approach or a realistic approach at that. Life is for living as well, right? So yes, give our body all the good stuff and also a little bit of what you like. 70-30 rule. 70% of the time, highly nourishing foods are going to give vitamins, minerals, proteins, complex carbohydrates to the body. 30% of the time, a little bit of what you want, a little bit of what you fancy as well. The vino here, a little bit of chocolate there, or a bit of pizza. Nothing wrong with those things in moderation, right? And it's an important part of your diet too. So make sure you're doing that, but reduce portion sizes by about 20%. So having the same breakfast, having the same lunch, just reduce it by 20%. And if you're like, oh, I just have like different meals all the time, can this be a time when actually you get some consistency? So have 1 to 2 breakfasts and lunches that you alternate between. And dinner can be, usually that's with the family, isn't it? Or with a partner. That's where we can maybe have a bit more flexibility on that final meal of the day, potentially. But just base it around protein, palm size, carbohydrate, fist size, and fats, thumb size. So then you know roughly what you're having. And again, if you can, reduce portion size by 20% and try and get a little bit more structure in there. But if actually that sounds well away from where you are right now, just reducing portion size by 20% roughly on what you normally have, that can be useful just between now and then going into the summer. But you don't need to do anything drastic whatsoever. And sometimes just be more in tune with your body and listening to you. And if you're thinking, that's so much to think about, have a go at doing this. Follow the timetable, plan A or plan B. That's either the first classes or the second classes. Or if you've been with us for a while and you'd like to do more, do both. Follow the timetable and got you covered. That's your exercise done. Carry water around with you everywhere you go. Make sure you're basing each meal around a protein source. And actually, to take the decision fatigue out of it, maybe this is where you implement some structure into your meals. You think, right, I'm going to have the same breakfast every day. At the weekends, I might have a slightly different one. I'm going to have the same lunch every day, or 2 lunches I alternate between. And then dinner time, I'm going to have some protein. I'm going to have some salad or veggies. And then I'm gonna have a carbohydrate source, and I'll alternate the carbohydrate source. One day it might be some new potatoes, one day it might be a little bit of rice or a little bit of pasta. And I'm just gonna make sure that I'm really focusing on just dropping my portions a little bit on that one. And then I'm gonna have a piece of fruit and a protein snack. Try that. Try it. Try getting a bit of structure, and I promise you, you'll feel so much better for it. And actually, you know, when your breakfast's already sorted, your lunch is already sorted, and you've got your fruit snack, that's literally like so much of your day that you don't even need to think about already. Because sometimes, you know, when we try and go on a quote unquote diet, particularly for the summer or for the beach or whatever it might be, food noise increases. And when we get more hungry, food noise increases even more. So, this is where we need systems that we can rely on, like structure around our food. And I'm not saying you need to do this all the time, but I'm saying it can be really, really useful if actually you're on a fat loss journey and you're wanting to go into the summer. Maybe you feel like you'll feel better if you lose XYZ, although we all know it's all about the journey, right? Rather than the destination. We all know that. But if you're in a place where actually that would make you more healthy and give you more energy, then yes, really important to do that as well.